In this video, we readjust a few buildings' lights and color intensity. I selected this layer here. I just want to mention a quick note. Sometimes you don't need even manually adjust colors and light. In image menu, we have three options here, which start with auto tone, auto contrast, and auto color. If select one by one, you see the result, auto tone or shift control or shift command L. You see, Photoshop perfectly brought the light and color tones to almost original one. Undo that. Sometimes one of those not working on your project, so try other one, auto color. See? And image auto contrast. Also auto contrast available in image adjustments and brightness contrast. We have here a button named auto. If I click, you're getting almost same result, but still you could readjust it. For example, I could increase contrast and lightness or so. I think this building here needs readjusting the color and lights for windows and interiors. You could select them manually, easily by polygonal lasso. Click, and do one by one. Or, however, the quality is not good and it's contain different color and light intensity, still, you could enable magic wand or press W and make sure sample all layers is not enabled. Also disable contiguous. Contiguous mean if you enable it, only trying to find some contiguously. But if I disable it, because we disable all sample all layer only on this layer, trying to find all similar colors in this layer and select it. If they are less, you could increase your tolerance. Click, you see, hold on the shift and add to your selection, shift click until you get satisfied. I think this is not bad. Don't worry too much about details. Just for a bit cleanup, I'm enabling polygonal lasso. Alright, hold on the Alt or Option key and remove some extra selected edges we don't need. Double click or enter to close. Again, Alt. It is nice to have a clean selection. Still, they are not so noticeable because we are using auto adjustment and it is about lighting, and usually lighting leaks out of the borders. Hold on the shift. This section I want to select. Alt, and actually they are window, so nothing to worry. Just maybe about these jagged edges. Alright. And of course, as you see, selecting manually always works much more cleaner, but just let's try to see the results. And because we are using non-destructive method, anytime we need, we could revert changes, so nothing to lose. Alt and deselect wrong regions. Shift and click which regions you like. You have to put time to have a clean result. There is nothing special shortcut for that. However, I mentioned different techniques such as extracting and isolating your selection based on light and color. If you remember in first chapter, I used to fix burnt surface areas with assist of threshold and blurring a bit. The image quality is not good, and that's the main reason our selection is not so perfect. It is nice to have a clean selection. Okay, just let's try. Is it working fine or not? Alright. Go to image and auto tone. You see, this is very good, I guess. And nothing to lose here. Also note that however our layer is smart, but auto tone did not add it as adjustments stack here. If I press Shift Ctrl D, I could bring my selection again. Sometimes you need these selections to use over and over. You could save your selection. To do that, go to Select menu and save selection. You could set a name, building left. Okay. Now anytime if you need to reload your selection, simply go to Select menu, load selection, and select your selection here, building left. Okay, you see, they are here. Now again, you could try auto contrast, nothing special, and auto color. No, I don't like it. And now I could adjust it manually too. Image, adjustment, and curves. Okay, maybe a bit lighter, overall lightness, not too intense. And increase a bit red value. I want to make it a bit yellowish. So add red and green. Combination of red and green result is yellow. Check here. But maybe a bit, maybe a bit more orangish, so I increase red values more. Okay, one simple and useful tip here. While I'm selected the regions, press Ctrl or Command J to duplicate. You see, now I made it much more brighter. Press Ctrl or Command M to bring curves. Make it lighter, much lighter, something like that. You could use blending, something like soft light, overlay, even something like linear dodge. You see, it is beautiful. Just too intense, you could decrease opacity to improve. But before that, I'm going to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. You see lights leaking out and blending a bit. Something maybe like that. We used similar technique in first chapter if you remember, to improve light and color, also contrast. Okay, now you could blend it something like overlay, soft light, or so. You see here, it looks better. Still, if it is too intense, you could decrease opacity. Also, you could use hue saturation, Control or Command U, change the color variation to combine it, maybe a bit more reddish. Also, still I could increase light intensity, Control or Command M, and make it lighter. Nothing too visible, but maybe a bit. Okay. Maybe a bit more. And you could do that on and on. For example, still I could press Ctrl or Command J to duplicate. Now go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur again. You see, I could make it more blurriness and more leaking and some bloom effect glaring going out. Maybe something like overlay, it is more visible here. Check here. Improving the light intensity and color. And now I could press Ctrl or Command U, even make it more red values. And here with lightness I could control actually opacity, or better to say light intensity. If I decrease, you see it's getting less, and increase, getting brighter and brighter. It is very simple but very useful technique. Okay, allow me to check before and after. Okay, actually not bad, you see. Without these two adjustments and width, also we improved the own original building. I think they are too intense, so 50 and maybe 40 could fine. Allow me to check. Anytime you could readjust it. I think that's fine. Also for our original building here, because the original environment of render shot and the sky was much more brighter and bluish sky and almost clear, the contrast is less than something like this building and even this building. So I select this building, right click and background copy. Better to say building main top, actually buildings, it is not single. Okay, this is the front. And again, go to image, you could set auto contrast, just try to check it is working fine or not. Could be fine, actually, I like it. But some adjustments on auto maybe not works well. For example, auto tone. See, the color is getting too yellowish, which does not match with our scene. Auto color. Based on my experience, usually in most of times, if auto tone did not works, auto color could works better. However, it is too yellowish, but still it is more matching with the light. If I go to image, adjustment, and for example, levels, we have also levels here too. Check, you see, auto. And you could readjust it. Image, adjustments, and curves, auto. They're working nice. But I think here we need to manually image, adjustment, brightness and contrast. Okay, you could increase the contrast. And maybe overall light. Not too intense, but allow me to check preview before, after. Yeah, it is better. To improve reflection, we have a lot of techniques, but if you remember, I rendered this scene with separate render elements. Allow me to bring, check here, I rendered the scene. So this is reflection, this is reflection. I will bring it reflection. Okay, I brought reflection here. Image adjustment and exposure. 0.5 was correct. Okay, and image mode 16 bits with exposure and gamma. Okay, now I'm dragging that into the scene. Hold on the shift key, place in correct position. Hold on the Alt or Option key and copy the mask for new layer. Okay, and you could set blending for something like soft light or screen. The screen usually works fine, but note that because it is too bright, usually doesn't work well. You could, instead of that, choose something like overlay, decreasing opacity maybe 20%. Allow me to check. Yeah. And even I could again use a screen, but decrease the gamma, image adjustment, exposure. You could decrease the gamma and tweak values like exposure. Allow me to check before, after. It is not bad. Maybe decrease the gamma again and increase exposure. With this technique, increasing exposure, decreasing gamma, I'm making some kind of contrast. Still, you could go to image, to contrast to check it is working. It is getting too bright, but not bad. And image adjustment, brightness, contrast. I like to increase contrast too much here. It is very subtle. And as I mentioned before, if you need much more effective contrast, enable use legacy. If you enable that, there is no protect tone, so you could increase contrast too much, you see, and maybe less brightness. Okay, you see, I think the result is getting much more closer to the environment and it is getting better. Just the main problem here, it is too bluish. Check here. Okay, maybe you could see on thumbnail and even main building. Our sky changed to the red purple color. So press Ctrl or Command M. I want to decrease blue values, also will getting darker. And increase red value here. Maybe decrease a bit green to get purple color. It is very subtle, but allow me to check. Yeah, it is getting better. But we have to apply this same changes on the main building here. So again, select it, Control or Command M. Red. This time we have to use less values. Be careful, not too much. Increase a bit reddish color. Yes, it's getting matched much more. Decrease the blue value. Yeah, I like. And for green values, I think this is too intense. Decrease the value. And okay. Allow me to check. Yeah, it is much more matching with our scene. In the next video, we will add some other street elements. So see you in next video.